A very good security meeting here, chaired by the CS Interior, Honorable Dr. Fred Matiangi. And the resolution is that the government is going to take its security responsibility, but also those of us who are in leadership and wananchi will take our part of the responsibility. We've agreed that we must cooperate with the government in terms of sharing information. We must also cooperate in terms of making sure that we speak out about the criminals who are loitering around this valley. We've also agreed that the government officials and the security team are free, with our full support, to arrest all the criminals and bring them to book according to the law, so that then we can live here by peace, or in peace. The one request we've made to the CS and the government is to ensure that proper coordination is done within the 3 counties. It's also to ensure that roads are provided for, and that administrative positions that are vacant at the moment, from the assistant chief to chiefs, are filled in good time. We've had a very good meeting. We had the same meeting with the CS almost 2 years ago. It bore very good fruit in terms of changing the creating the peaceful coexistence we've had, and we believe that this meeting will be the last one. We've always believed that when we come here, it's always the last meeting, but from the strategies that are being put in place, we believe this is the last meeting we will come here because people have died. We can only now come here to inspect government projects and to celebrate peace in this region. And for those many remarks, you can see we had all the 3 governors here. We have I am representing my colleagues, the senators here. We have 2 women MPs from the 2 counties, Baringo and Elgeyo Marakwet, with apology from Pokot, West Pokot. We have the members of parliament from Marakwet East, Marakwet West, Tiati constituency, and Sigor, who are the bordering constituencies. Baringo South as well is here. We also have all the MCAs from the border counties, bordering these areas which have had insecurity situation. And with those many remarks, we want to thank you for always supporting us.
The Honorable Assistant Minister Lina Chebi Kilimo, who is here, our Secretary for Internal Security, Mr. Njega, the Regional Commissioner for Rift Valley and the entire regional security team led by Mr. Natembea, and our Inspector General of Police, Mr. Hilary Mutiambai, and the entire command from the region. We came here because of the insecurity events that took place the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, we have lost several lives, and as a result, these leaders expressed serious concern and asked that we come and have a meeting here on the ground. So first of all, I want to thank all the leaders, especially the elected leaders from this end, who organized and required us to be in this meeting. The 3 governors are very cooperative. We have worked very closely with them. The honorable members of parliament, as has been explained by Senator Murkomen, it's one of those very rare times where you go to a region in the country, there's a problem, and all of us are aligned. We are in the same room. We are facing the same direction in terms of ensuring that we provide security for our people. I am also grateful for the insights we have gained from the elected leaders. They have told us many things because, of course, they have more contextual knowledge of this place than we do. And as a result, we have learned a lot from them. The MCAs who are here, the honorable members of parliament who understand this place very well, and they have explained to us why the recent events occurred. As a responsible public servant, let me start first of all by sending a message of condolences on behalf of ourselves at the headquarters and on behalf of the security team to the families that have been bereaved. It's very unfortunate. It's one of those things that you would not like to do as a public officer. To go to a place to condole people who have died as a result of some criminal act or criminal event. But we have resolved, as Senator Murkomen has said, that we are not going to have another meeting again. We have taken several actions. Effective immediately, we are going to staff up all the administrative units in this place. The chiefs, assistant chiefs, the locations and sub-locations that are not staffed will make advertisements by Monday so that we staff up completely. The areas where we need to rearrange our deployment, the Inspector General has received a deployment report, a present situational deployment report in terms of how we are deployed. and he has graciously agreed to immediately rework it out with a view to having sufficient numbers to go in the right place. We're going to have a special formation that we're going to place in Dira. And we're going to work together as a security team on that bridge to enable the teams that will work there to move around very quickly. And because we need to coordinate the security of this Elgeyo Valley, we have agreed that we will assign a DC whose responsibility will be coordination of the three counties and working with the county security teams. Because you know the expansive nature of the Rift Valley, sometimes the regional security team focuses on the whole of the Rift Valley. Sometimes there may be a delay in terms of sharing information. So we have agreed to place here a deputy county commissioner who will be coordinating with the three county commissioners and the three security teams to ensure that between that and the special formation teams that we have around here, information is shared in real time and information is handled. I have asked the leaders who are here that the peace is never brought by guns and bullets. Peace is brought about by a desire and a commitment to coexist one with another, so that they continue these conversations that we are having across the communities and across the counties, so that we can persuade our people that there is no dividend from crime. We don't want to lose any more lives. And as a result, I have requested everyone here that some of these criminals, because they are known, they say their names are known, I have given them 7 days to surrender the names and share those people with the police, or else we will go for them, because that is what will happen. We don't want this to happen in our country. Finally, and on a very positive note, we have also drawn a long agenda of some of the things we need to do here, including supporting the administrative infrastructure here. The members of parliament have been working with us through CDF in building infrastructure, police stations, chief's offices, and so on. We have agreed that we coordinate even more with the members of parliament to ensure, for example, the DO here gets a house as soon as possible, that we put up Chesegon police station, which was swept by the waters, so that we can have more numbers on that side. And so that generally we ensure that we have sufficient security capacity close to our people, as it were. And finally, we will continue meeting on a regular basis. We have agreed with the elected leaders that from next week, we are going to now look at the metrics of the actions that we have agreed, and we review them from time to time to ensure that this place remains peaceful and this place remains quiet as we move forward. So I think I'm grateful for the cooperation that we have seen here, grateful for the work that has been done, and where we are required to take action, we will act without fear or favor. Because we know that sometimes, because we are within the horizons of an electioneering period, there may be some temptations among some who are not as positively minded to try and brew up problems with a view to try to create anxiety amongst our people. I came here physically and personally with the Inspector General to say this: it will not happen. We are ready, and we are not going to play games with the stability and security of our people, because that is second to nothing. But our people living in peace, our people having a peaceful coexistence and going about their activities and engaging in everything they do peacefully is priority number one for government, and it will stay as such all the time. We'll ensure that nothing disrupts these people. And I'm even much more grateful and much more encouraged because the political leaders here have actually shown very serious and committed leadership. So we have no excuse. We will not fail. And I assure everyone we will do what we must to keep this place peaceful, as it were.
Thank you.
Thanks. The RC is reminding me that the issues that were raised here by the leaders about the profile of our deployment, that sometimes we face challenges because in our deployment we may be having security officers who also emanate from this region, and because of that they oftentimes find themselves conflicted in making decisions, and that affects the speed with which we respond. With effect from now, we have agreed with the Inspector General to work on the delocalization effort, that we look at the profile of our postings and ensure that the officers we bring here are not subjected to that pressure of compromise and local issues, and so they can act objectively. Thank you, good people, and God bless you.